Welcome to Rochdale Connections Trust Top Tips for Children's Mental Health Awareness Week.
Sometimes it's really hard to motivate yourself, but you just have to get yourself dressed, get off the sofa and do something positive. And I know for me, to keep my mental health in check, I need to have a good balance of work and do something that I like drawing and colouring and going out and getting outside and have some fresh air and seeing all the birds and hearing everything that's outside. It's lovely.
I think my way of self-care and singing as loud as I can in my car, music on full blast, windows up so no one can hear me, but a great way for me to just get everything out.
I like to go out, go for walks, take my dogs out, cook a nice meal, and do something fun and phone my family. That's what I like to do to improve my mental health.
So I'm really lucky to live where I live, and we have a big conservation area just at the bottom of our road. So to improve my mental health, every single day I go for a walk around here with the dog. It's absolutely beautiful. We've got some lovely sights. I just feel so much better afterwards.
I like to dance around my kitchen and dining room, singing when I used to, because I sound pretty much the same as her when I'm on my own. It cheers me up.
Well, with self-care, I always like to have a bit of a dance or just relax and listen to some nice music. Always winds me down or jigs me up to have a nice time, even when it's rubbish.
Well, why have you chose Red Panda? How does Red Panda make you feel?
When I could just eat it, Red Panda, it makes me happy.
Oh, good boy.
When I play with this ball, it makes me calm down when I'm hungry.
Here are some top tips how to look after your mental health and well-being during the COVID-19 outbreak and lockdown. Go outside. The power of fresh air is easy to underestimate, but a quick stroll around the park can make a huge difference to your mood. If you're feeling cooped up from working online at school, try and make sure you get out every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes on your lunch break or half an hour even getting in the garden. Learning to relax. We all have different ways of relaxing, but if your usual go-tos aren't working or available to you right now with the current restrictions, it might be time to rethink about your approach. There are plenty of things you can do to unwind without leaving the house. Some people go for a hot bath, some people read a good book or podcast. There are plenty of things on the internet that you can find how to relax, including YouTube and lots of meditation videos, which are really, really good. Eating well. It's easy to slip into convenient, comforting eating habits during times of uncertainty, and while these serve a purpose, they don't always include the healthiest foods. It's easy to slip into bad eating habits when we're not feeling so great, and it can only make you worse because you'll end up sugar crashing and making you feel rubbish. So be mindful to get some good food into you, and it'll make you feel a little bit better. Try something new. Routine is boring. Same thing over and over again, and there's one thing that we're more certain of this lockdown is routine. Waking up, doing work, going to bed. It's boring. Learn something new. We've got more time to spend at home than ever before, and now's the perfect opportunity to go and learn something new, whether that may be a new recipe or picking up an instrument or just seeking out different things that you never thought you might know before. Whatever you fancy, learning something new from scratch is a good distraction and a great way to flex some mental muscles that you might have not used for a while. Move your body. Sounds like an obvious advice, but making sure that you get enough regular exercise can do wonders for your state of mind. As well as the endorphins you will enjoy after a workout, it will also increase your energy levels, plus it's likely to help you shake off any dark feelings of lockdown lethargy. Keeping in touch. Whether you're isolating, shielding, or just working from home with school, The chances are you felt a bit disconnected from your friends, family, or any other people you haven't seen for the last 6 months. With the power of technology, there are more virtual methods of staying in touch. If you spend a bit too much time in your support bubble or you're missing your long-distance friends, put some time aside to catch up with people once in a while. If you're not big on the phone, there are heaps of alternatives. You can watch a film together over WhatsApp, play a board game online, or even host a Zoom quiz. Setting yourself some boundaries. As important as it is to touch base with loved ones during a time like this, too much virtual contact can start to feel a little bit overwhelming. Particularly in the evenings, it's hard to avoid spending a lot of time on social media, browsing new apps, or glued to your text messages. You might actually end up finding it's hard to sleep with doing so. Setting yourself some boundaries, maybe with screen time, for both your work and social life, can help retain a sense of control and reduce your blue light intake to boot. A simple way to do this is setting up your smartphone to activate Do Not Disturb at a specific time, or limiting the number of calls you take in one day. Whatever your personal circumstances may be, well, hopefully you found something useful in this list of tips. Now please enjoy a short video of our youth group at RCT advising each other on some problems and struggles that they've been going through recently.
How is everybody then? All right?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. No? Who said no?
Not so bad.
Me.
Not so bad.
I bet it was her.
Oh, good. So, with it being...
my name, by the way.
Sorry?
How do I change my name? Because I'm on my sister's thing right now.
So if you go on the dots...
Yeah,
where it says more.
Is it more,
more.
Yeah? And then...
more.
Oh, yeah.
What, Gracie?
How do you change your name?
So if you click on your screen in the corner and...
The top right?
Yeah, top right, I think it is, and it says more.
Particularly, especially with lockdown and the way things are going, try to...
So, change that one.
I'll go on the settings.
Oh, I'm not a host, that's why. Yeah, you can do it through participants. Sorry, I was like, why is it not clicking for me?
Because I've taken them over.
Oh, yes, Lauren's on taking it. But yeah, but how do you want to do it, Lauren? Do you want us to just have a chat or individually do anything, or how's best?
So it's just a bit of a chat, really. It's just so... I just like to know how you guys, what do you do in particular, especially with lockdown and the way things are going? Try to look after your self-care and mental health. Have you been doing anything? Have you been struggling with anything? Are you finding anything difficult? If anyone wants to.
Yeah.
Go on, Carlos.
Coping with teachers. Having to deal with them 24/7.
So you're struggling with school?
Yeah, basically, technically, yeah.
What is it? Is it the change of environment that? So is he finding it struggle to like with the...
Yeah, well, how can I say this? It's a bit weird because, like, if you deep it, you're basically FaceTiming your teachers. Or, like, you're on call with them, and it's kind of like you get a weird sensation of like what am I doing? I'm with it, but then at the same time it's fully good for you because you do like your online school and stuff, so you're still learning at the same time, but sometimes you get that sensation like...
I totally agree with you there, Carlos. I'm 29-year-old and I'm in university, and I've had to switch to online learning, and it's a complete, total different environment. If I'm sat at home and I'm online with my teachers and the dog's kicking off, or I'm worried about my cleaning or thing, it's so hard to concentrate. So as a group, what advice would we give to Carlos to help his situation? Has anybody got any ideas?
Deal with it.
Don't get stressed.
Don't get
stressed out. Like, don't get stressed out about your
I wasn't
work.
even listening.
Take
Sorry.
steps at a time.
So like, do one piece of work, and then if you feel like it's overwhelming you, email them, and if you're still struggling, email them and ask for the help, because they can still help you even if they're in school and you're at home.
I'm so sorry, I wasn't even listening. Like, what was he talking about?
So Carlos was saying that he struggles with the online learning, adapting to the online learning. It's just like FaceTiming your teachers and stuff. So we were just asking as a group, what advice would we give to Carlos if to help him cope in, or any strategic type of things?
Yeah, like, if I don't know how to like word it. If it's too much, you can like email your teachers and stuff, say that it's too much for you. They might give you less work that way.
Or like take breaks at certain times and read like the work and make sure you understand it yourself. And then if you don't understand it, still ask for the help.
It's not the work. I mean, some of it is work. It's just like, it's a weird sensation because
I'm
be
in
in school.
And I don't like the FaceTime calls with the teachers, but either way, it still gives you the contact with your teachers where you can learn from them, because you're able to they're able to teach you, and you're able to understand more by your teacher than like your parents trying to teach you, because you're still getting the professional help of someone who knows what they're doing. So it's like you're still getting the support from somebody and still being able to do the work whilst you're at home, than trying to just sitting there and keeping yourself quiet and not being able to do it.
That's great, that, Chloe. So we'd say communication's the best key, isn't it? So if you're struggling, keep in touch with people. Have you spoke to anybody separately about it, Carlos? If you spoke to the teachers alone, or do you seem to be hitting a brick wall with it?
No, I haven't spoken to anyone.
You know what the best thing to do is, like, you could speak to your form tutor, right? You could email anybody, you could email your form tutor, you could email your teachers, and just tell them yourself, just go, I'm finding it hard to be able to understand what you're saying on the Google Meets and everything, and just see what they can suggest instead of you doing that. Because I don't think I know you have to have your cameras on, but if you don't like having your camera on, you can suggest that you don't want it on, and be able to put your answers in the chat instead of you feeling uncomfortable of doing it.
I think it takes a bit of courage, doesn't it? I think, to speak out about how we're feeling about things, especially to teachers when they're kind of expecting a lot. So if you don't feel comfortable speaking out to your teachers, we're here as well, and we could kind of be a go-to if you wanted us to. Obviously, we wouldn't ever do anything, without you kind of say so when it's something like this. But yeah, it is really good communication, because if they don't know, they can't help
you.
Definitely, Carlos. And as well, remember not to be too hard on yourself, because everybody's having to learn to adapt, and taking a break, go for a walk, keep you cool, because at the end of the day, everyone's on to try to help you and stuff like that. So just remember to don't burn yourself out at both ends. Just take a break and keep you cool and stuff.
Yeah,
so would you say
put on chat to take yourself to bed and have a sleep, because you don't feel sad when you're asleep? And I suppose
the more you go to sleep, the more you're not going to be able to have the self-confidence of trying to do new things. Like, you could go to sleep, but the more times you go to sleep, the more times you won't want to get up and go for a walk, or try and do some work and try and ask for the help, because it's like your confidence is just going to go down.
Yeah, I think it's good, and it's nice that we've all got different ideas, because what might work for one might not work for everyone. So it is nice, and if that works for Stephanie, that's cool. Maybe you might sleep for 6 hours though and meet some deadlines. But yeah, it is good.
You've got to remember, guys, as well, you've got to be getting enough sleep as well, because that's part of the self-care thing. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not gonna, your brain's not gonna function properly. I've done it sometimes. I've been up all night writing essays, and then I've got 3 hours till lectures, and I thought, oh God, I've had an hour's sleep, and then I'm on an energy drink, and I'm the biggest crank that ever walks around for the rest of the day. I'm just like a bull in a china shop, and I get it, it's hard, and then you know you worry about things as well, and that can keep you up at night. So it's good to talk to each other and, you know, reach out and just keep positive and stuff. So is that something as a group? Is that something you've all been struggling with?
I find it worse because I'm in year 11 and we don't know what's going on with our GCSEs, and it's just like I'm just taking it day by day now until we find out what's going on. So there's no point in me worrying about it because we're not taking control of what's going on.
Great.
Yeah, that is a good thing, actually, accepting what we can and can't control, and then hopefully it'll relieve some stress. So I don't know what
it's not our fault. It's not our fault that we're in this situation and we can't make anything change. So it's like, if I know people deal with things different ways, but if you know that everyone can wake up and have a bad day on one day. But if you know that you're gonna have a bad day, why don't you do something that's gonna be able to cheer you up? Listen to something that's gonna be able to cheer you up, and then try and see how the rest of the day goes.
That's a good part. Have anyone got any feel-good music tunes that they go to pick themselves up?
Go on.
Sometimes I listen to music when I work, because that normally helps me do it quicker.
Oh, I'm a music person. I'm doing music journalism in uni, so I love music. There's music for when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're angry, when it reminds you of someone. It matches every emotion you've got going on. Music is great. I love listening to music. I mean, I can't sing, even though I think I can.
So you won't be on RCT talent.
Yeah, Simon Cowell, eat your heart out.
We've got a Gorillaz fan with Stephanie. Which were the one? Feel Good Inc. We've got, which is in the title, isn't it? Feel Good Inc. Feel good about it. So yeah, who else would go to music? I suppose. Does anyone else beeline for the tunes to feel better? Mother? Who's Mother?
I like Mother.
What's that? I've never heard of that,
They're
actually.
a band. Well,
I'll look into that.
Yeah, I reckon.
Mother.